friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So it's our last Millie's Dresses day. So here is mine. The border is all on. So this was the pattern. It's a pattern by Lori Holt, and it's So Emma, which is Fat Quarter Shop publication. And so that was the original pattern. And I did it pretty much the same, except for I made a little bit smaller outer border so that the width is not quite as big, just a couple of inches shorter than, or more narrow than the original one. So what happened with the backing? What did I decide on? What happened? That's the wrong word. What did I decide on? Hold on. So I am going to use my Harmony wide back in black and white. So here it is, the black and white, because I think that really complements. I've got a white background, and I think this really complements all the colors. A lot of the artwork on these fabrics has black in it, like, you know, the lines around different images. There's some black in it, but I just think it makes it really pop, makes the back pop. Okay, well, you know that I cut 2 purple bindings, but also I had already decided I was going to do some binding that's scrappy. So that's the win. This is the win for this particular project, scrappy binding. Sometimes it's just like that. It's just like that, like how in the world? But yeah, we just go on and on with something and then figure out, well, we've just done way too much. It's like, okay. I got a lot of show and tell. Today is mega show and tell. So it is Nurses Day. So if you have a quilt related to nursing, whether it's fabric, whether it's images, whether it's some some design that you did and you gave to a nurse, celebrate our nurses today. And I know that I have been the beneficiary of many wonderful nurses over the last few years and appreciate each and every one of them. I do. Okay, so next, the Confidence Stitch in Missoula, Montana. I've talked about that many times. My friend Kate owns the Confidence Stitch, and they do these custom kits. And I really love sharing the custom kits with you because they cut them. They curate the fabric that will go in it. They select all the fabrics, and then they cut the kits themselves. And so there's always limited number of kits. So here is the kit right now. It is called Summer Pop. And I was so excited because I figured some of you who did not get the Riley Blake banner that had the popsicles and ice cream on it, this might speak to you. It has just the popsicles. It's not the same pattern, but it's got popsicles on it. So I thought, oh, so cute. And the fabrics are really, really yummy for summer. So if you want that, you go over to the Confidence Stitch. The link is in the description box below. It is in the first pinned comment here at YouTube. It is at my Facebook article today, the post that I do at Facebook. It is at my website article today. And so that's where the links are. Let's look at two almost 99.9% finishes. I know. Where's that other 0.1%? We're going to get it done. So first is the canning jars. And here it is. So the yellow binding. What do you think? I think the yellow binding turned out perfect. It actually, the way it is, the colors are, you see it? It looks like an ombre. You know, like it just has that kind of a shimmer along the edge, which I think is so cool. My 1% that still needs done is, oh no, this one is done. This one's 100% done. The stitching for the sleeve is finished. Okay, so this one's 100% done. I am going to hang it in my kitchen. Or I might, if I'm going to hang this and the Breakfast Club at the same time, then this will go down the hall. So I might do that. I might put this one down the hall. And then the Breakfast Club, which is behind here. This one I need to do the hanging sleeve. So here is the Breakfast Club with the blue binding like is used in the cornerstones, the cornerstones in the little shoe fly for each of the junctions. So all done. I free motion quilted everybody. Here's the donut. I think the donut might be my favorite. I do like donuts, and that is so cute. The backing was fabric one of our friends sent Look at this. And this is my 1% that still needs done. And then Kathy, our ambassador, sent all of us ambassadors a donut patch. And so mine has become the label. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? So cute. So I just machine stitched the patch down, and then in the center, rather than machine stitch it, I just hand stitched that oval, that circle, so that it wouldn't catch on something, and then wrote around it, and that actually needs stitched too. So this one will go, this will go in the kitchen because there's no other place in my house I want this to go. So it will go in the kitchen, and then the other one, the canning jars, I think will just go down the hallway. I think that's a good plan. While I'm up, 2 other quilts came back from the spa from my friend Karen, who quilts for me. And the first is Stronger Together. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? I'm going to show you the quilting she did up close. Do I have it right side up? Yeah, I do. Okay. I wanted to be sure. So the quilting, she did it in like a really, like an off-white. I think it's like in an off-white. But can you see? Oh yeah, you can see it really good. See that kind of big leaf? Isn't that the coolest? I think that turned out really great. And I used my Harmony wide back in the kind of light blue, which I think went with, most of the fabrics in here are my fabrics, except for the yellow, I think. None of the yellow is my fabric, but everything else is. And so that one, that is good. That one's done and trimmed, and I'm sure I have binding. My big thing is to check for the binding first now before I just wildly go and make more binding. I do have, if I didn't make binding, I do have plenty of this that I cut for the dresses. So yeah, I have binding, even if I hadn't cut it. The other one, is the Quilted Witch's Garden. So I did mine with no witch, and here we go. So it is also trimmed now. Ta-da! So exciting. So very, very exciting. I love it. This one, this fabric here is just such a cool fabric, this cross weave. They don't appear, it's by Moda, it's a woven. It doesn't appear to come in this particular color anymore, but it does come in other colors. And then I use my drawing room wide back in this gorgeous caramel, light caramel color, the tan, with a little bit of aqua in it, which brings in the aqua in the front. So look. Look, look, look. Isn't that, oh, I love this fabric, this wide back. And so you can take and use the wide backs for something other than made with this fabric line. This is a traditional, to me, a traditional looking pattern. And so anything you have that are warm and cozy fabrics, as long as the color, you know, reflects and feels the same, I think it's an amazing option for this quilt. Now she did, I'm gonna hold it up. She did swirls with leaves in the center. Okay, so I think you can see it here. There's swirls with leaves in the center. There you go. Yeah, you can see it really well. That, I just wanted it to have that fall feeling. So perfect, perfect, perfect. So my goal that I came up with was to get these back from the spa, from getting quilted, and then what? Finish them. So I am going to do that. This one is going to go right to charity. So the charity group will put the binding on it. So I just got to collect it all and put it on the stack, which will go in a few weeks. The other one I'm going to do for myself, and possibly one of my nieces will get it. Maybe my niece, whose daughter will get the horses. I might send it to her, to send both of those at the same time. So I was waiting for something to come along that I was going to send to my niece to go along with the horse quilt. So that might be a good one to do. Okay, all right. Let's look at a few other things. I want to remind you, if you are going to enter your quilt to be in the Harrisonburg exhibit at the Virginia Quilt Museum, that you need to do that soon, because that will close up, I think, at the end of May. So you just have this month to get your quilt photographed, to enter, so that you can be considered. Your quilt can be considered for the physical, the in-person exhibit. I've had a few requests lately of people asking me what harmony wide back will go with this particular line, that particular line. And I thought, well, why haven't I done that? I should have been doing that. Duh. So in the first installment of that, we will look at the current line, which is Paradise Park. And so let's just look down here. Let us look down here. So here is Paradise Park, and these are the colors that are in it. It's a red, white, and blue line. So we have different shades of blue from fairly dark. There's a dark in that paisley, down to, whoop, here we go. So we have a really dark here, and then the same gorgeous vine with a lighter blue, then the paisleys, and then this lighter blue here. Also with the white, yeah, that same one with the white. So these blue, I thought I would just show you like the blues and then the harmony wide backs in blue. So here's these blues. Now the harmony wide backs, I've got 3 blues that will work. So it really it depends on you, what are you looking for? So this light, medium, and then the more royal blue work perfectly with Paradise Park. So that is the blues, and I think they're all great options. Great options, and we know how you love blue. Now for the red, there are different shades of red into pink. Here is navy with red, navy with red. Here is, oh wait a second, one more. Navy with red, and then there's red with white. It's kind of more like a pinky red, and then there's pink. Then you get this again with the pinky red and pink, and then here is red again. So I have, then you have white. Let's see, the white with the pink flowers. So there is a red, and here it is. Now this red is a little bit more shaded towards a little pinky red, because you can see pink, there's pink accents in it, and I think it works super well with this, and that's an excellent option. Also for the entire line, okay, here's also the gray that goes, the gray and on white, those flowers. But also I have these 2 pieces, the white and gray, which is kind of a similar concept to this, and then the black and white, because I think the black and white works with all these fabrics that are super crisp. You have kind of a crisp feeling to them. I think that black and white works. And there's line work around different images, and sometimes it's red line work. Sometimes it's darker. I'm trying to find one that's darker. Sometimes it might be blue line work, but like here, if you look around the shapes, there's actually a line, like a black line around them. And on the reds, they're actually a deep red. So I always think that black and white can work. Okie doke. So that, and I have a picture that I will put out on my fabric page. So if you were unaware, I have a fabric page, and it shows my Benartex fabrics, which are the current ones that you can get. And then there's a tab at the top that you can go look at prior fabric lines I did with other companies years ago. So in case maybe you were trying to ID something you have in your collection, or something you saw, somewhere, because they're not available, so you can't get those, but you might want to check them out and just reference the fabrics for some reason. All right, so that is harmony wide backs that go with Paradise Park, and they'll all be linked on my fabric page and today under the video and my website. All the places. So this week, every day, there's going to be something about organizing, because I need to do a bit of a clean sweep. So first, let's take a look at one that I did the other day. I wanted to show you what I was doing. The cottage temperatures. This is a pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop for the cross stitch. There's all kinds of cross stitch and quilt versions of doing a temperature quilt, and so I thought the cross stitch would be a fun one to try. I may do a quilt someday, but what I'm learning is that in my area the temperature ranges vary like drastically. I have to do so many changes of thread color, which, you know, is fun. I'm using my Aurifil floss. This is all the floss. Everything is done with Aurifil floss. It's so pretty. So pretty, so wonderful to work with. So, and I'm using this method of putting them on this ring, which is working great. It's horribly messy looking. Well, I can do like this. What I was thinking is I have been just letting it sit up here. Okay, like that, which doesn't bother me too much. But then I thought, well, what? I have this hook. I have this little bee hook. Since I know when I'm going to work on this, I thought, and it's over here by the cross. This is all cross stitch stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm doing like 1 or 2 cross stitch, right? Besides the temperature. So okay, so I can get. Okay, I'm not even keeping the camera good there. Okay, so I think I can leave that up there. I think I can leave that up there. This board, for those of you who wonder, this is a fireplace. I have a fireplace back here, and this is the family room. My sewing is in the family room, so I do this so that I don't get drafts, and then don't have as much heat loss, and don't in the summer have the heat pouring along my ankles. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay, so I think I'll leave that there. I think that's going to work. For those of you wondering, while I'm here, this is the back side of my koala table, and I've got a mat to stand on because I'm on a concrete tiled floor, so it is a little tough on the legs, although I'm used to it. My whole house is concrete on the floor, so yeah. Okay, so digress, but it's been fun. It's been fun. So my thing was I did about half of the month and then didn't do the other half. And so just now I took about an hour, a little bit over an hour to do the other half of the month, except for the 3 days that are left for when I was filming this. And I'll catch those up. Now I need to do roofs. One of our friends did all the roofs at once, which she had the whole thing with all the roofs, and that's so incredible, and that she got that done. I don't know. I might attempt it. We will see. And sometimes if the month has more, you see they're in the little windows, but because of my temperature ranges, it's hard to see. But there's actually 2 green and oranges. I know sometimes some of you yell, "You forgot." I didn't forget. I didn't. It's good you yell, but I didn't forget. Okay, so there is what's going on with my temperatures. It's fun. It's fun. I think it's super interesting to me to see the ranges. We have got incredibly varied ranges. So far, hanging those on the hook has been pretty good. I might hang some on the other hook because I have actually 2 of those hooks. Maybe even move them closer together sometime on the one side. I don't know. Always something to look at. Okay, let's look at a few, because we're still on Millie. Let's look at a few Millie dresses by you. Our third and final Millie parade. The dresses are so pretty. This one is from Barbie. I love that rose print. It looks so vintage. Danielle has... look at this. Look how gorgeous her top is with all those beautiful fabrics. And here is a close-up. I love the coordinating you did with the collars and the belts. They just look super good. This is Diane, finished, binding on it and everything. And she has some of my fabric in there. I can see it. Looks so good. So pretty. Here is Donna. Oh, wow. Donna said she's one of 5 sisters. And she says there's always one sister in the group. And she says one of these dresses is sticks out a little bit more than the others. So that represents that one sister. I don't have sisters, but I get it. I totally get it. This is Grace's, and I love the blue with that. Such a vintagey beautiful fabric. And she said all the fabric she's going to do, this is her first dress of the group that she's made, and they're all from her mother's fabric collection. Isn't that beautiful? And then Joanne's, so pretty. I love the plaid. That plaid is just so great. Looks like something my granny would have worn, that plaid. I don't know. I think it is. Now, Monica did two mints in one. So here's her first one. They're both all quilted, binding and everything. And then she showed us the backings. So here's the backing on the first one. And then her second one is a little bit different fabric, and the backing on that one. So gorgeous. Your quilting is beautiful too. Here's a few more. All the dresses from Pam. Pick your favorite, pick your favorite. Oh my goodness, it's hard to do. I kind of like second row on the left, that black with the green accents, or top on the right. Sherry's going to wrap up our parade, and she is making hers with my Morrison Park. This beautiful pink dress. Oh, it looks so good. And then here's one with the red and in the blue. Thank you, everybody. It has been so fun. The dresses have been so fun. You all have had a great time with them too. And I think that makes it even better because I enjoy it even more when you also have fun. Okay, to wrap up today, buttons. Who has the buttons? I have some new buttons. Let me just first show you. There's two sizes. There is the large size, and I've got a Sloan Zone one because so many of you asked to have something like this because you want to wear it on your bags, whatever, when you go to shows, so that you can identify each other and know that you're part of my community. And it comes in, I think there's 5 in the kit. So I put one here on one of the mesh zippy bags. May the 4th inch be with you. I've got the fabric curator in this. You get all of them in one package. The 10th anniversary of the Facebook community, and what I got to read this properly. I unplugged my sewing machine to be here. So you could like wear this to family events. Or to like board meetings. That's like okay, then there's a small size, baby size. So here is this small size. They're so sweet. And these might be limited. We may just have these for a short time. They're really, really sweet. So there's also 5 of those. You get the whole package of 5. I put one on the zippy bag, Sloan Zone zippy bag. That's the strawberry. The pin cushion. Look at the pin cushion. And then there's a heart and the little cherries. It's the same things that are on the stickers. So I hope you enjoy the buttons and you pick up one. So, okay, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.